Alright, hello boys and girls, welcome to HeroesMart Homeschool Academy. My name is Mr. Lan, and I will be walking you through 4th grade social studies, week number 29. Today we're going to be talking about free enterprise in Texas. What is free enterprise to start with? Well, free enterprise can be called market economy, and Texas businesses operate in a market economy, in a competition economy, which is largely free of the state's control or the government's control. Okay, so the state is not going to be controlling the way people actually practice their businesses for the most part over here. So this is similar to the business operations and of the rest of the country as well. So many states operate in free enterprise as well. The government does not control where you work, what types of jobs you do, how much you get paid working on the job, how much, how long you can work. The choice is absolutely the citizens. The choice is ours. We call that free enterprise. We call that the market economy kind of business operations in the United States. And there are lots of advantages associated with that, right? This system of operation is called market economy. Financial decisions such as investments, distribution, production are all guided by the forces of demand and supply. So nobody's going to put a price tag on what you want to sell your product for. You can choose to sell it low, sell it high. It depends on you. The law of supply and demand, which states literally that if demand increases, then supply is going to reduce. Well, that makes a lot of sense. Well, it creates what we call scarcity or paucity, which occurs typically when demand for a product is more than its supplies. And then there are two major types of scarcities. There is the relative scarcity and absolute scarcity. What is relative scarcity? That occurs because demand is more than supply, but production rate is slower than demand. So it's not like there is an absolute scarcity in which demand is more than supply, because there is a limited amount of the product in nature. So that's going to be the difference over there. So over here, for example, bottled water. So water um, is not limited in nature, but bottled water may be relatively scarce if the production of bottled water is slower than its demand. Okay, but over here, what about crude oil? Well, if demand outpaces the supply of crude oil is going to be in short supply, and typically because there are declining reserves of crude oil all over the world. So there's a limited amount of crude oil in nature, so there may be absolute scarcity of crude oil in some sometime at some time in the future. All right. So let's talk about patterns of work and economic activities right now. As economic activities shifted as economic activities shift in the state of Texas, so uh, did the work and jobs that people do. So jobs have shifted from lumber and exclusive farming and slave trading in the cotton field to liberal opportunities and industrialization in the 21st century. So present day work opportunities revolve around technology, oil and gas, medical, education, what have you. Okay, there's a number of things over there that is contributing to the growth of the Texas economy. Availability of natural resources like crude oil and natural gas, the need for transportation, needs to protect the climate, mass production, transportation, communication, medical technology. At least all of those are factors contributing to the economy of Texas right now. All right. So hopefully we've been able to describe some of those factors and how they have contributed to the growth of the Texas economy. So for example, when there is oil boom in the state of Texas, that's going to attract a lot of people. And when people come, there's going to be a need for transportation. There's going to be a need to mass produce things to better cater to the communication needs of the people, technology needs of the people. So what I've said right now, try to describe in your own words to answer this question over here. Describe some factors that have contributed to the growth of the Texas economy over the years. All right. So that's what I've got for you right now, boys and girls. Thanks for joining me. This is week number 29. And remember, God cares about you, and so do we. Until next time, Bye-bye.
I'll be your hero's buddy, and as you study with heroes.